With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game, bottom line. May not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Hall. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They're going to look to throw. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
They'll drop to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Jets first down. A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Jets.
Now a handoff up the middle. Kramer. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Taken down at the 41. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Abdul Carter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
For the field goal. A 59-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
They'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Play action, they'll throw. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The Browns at 7-1 now on the year. And they've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And as much as we hate to play this game, you know I'm going to do it anyway. Extrapolate that over a full season. What does that come out to, partner? 14-2. And anyone in the NFL, they'd sign up for that record, that's for sure.
14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Another Browns first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. And he fights forward for a minus 2-yard gain, second down.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line.
The numbers for Gibbs from last week.
16 carries, 62 yards.
Oh, it's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
Jalen Carter.
He's the culprit. Causes a loss of 5, and it brings up fourth down. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. This from 42 yards out. And his kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Now a hit and a loose football. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and
Here's
7.
a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's third and 9. And that is incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And his kick is indeed good.
So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Jets offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. He is the NFL's leader in rushing yards to this point in the season. And if he can replicate or even surpass the production that he had over the first half of the year, he's going to have a good chance to take home the title. And back to the 30. It'll be second down. This defense for the Browns, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Paul want to give up the middle.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
He was brought down by Alex Wright.
Taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago.
11 carries, 52 yards, and a touchdown.
Hey, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does. They want to make sure they get him there.
Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Out of the gun now on third down.
Look in the middle of the field, and he's got man complete.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42.
First down.
A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
First down, Jets.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line.
Back to the ground with Hall.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd down and 4.
Up the middle they go. It's Kramer, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. In motion, the tight end. Now back to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Kramer. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
A gain of 2.
Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here.
Stays on his feet. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
De'Ami Brown,
his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Jets are once again back in front.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Browns offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's building his case for MVP consideration with each passing week. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes as we move into the back half of the season. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Another run for Gibbs here.
And tough going there as they're able to get it up to about the 31. But just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have the Browns first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
39-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He was brought down by Troy Anderson. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. The Browns on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Lee. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
So the 4th down conversion sets him up with this. 1st and 10 at the 40. And that one drops down incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40.
He'll drop to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed quietly has told him, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And that will keep this a 4-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I'm so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
On 1st down, right back to Hall. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Up the middle they go. It's Kramer. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are able to stretch out their lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
McLaughlin for the extra point. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. A drive there of just 4 plays, and a 9-yard run on the end of it. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
2nd and 9 now. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll set up the throw. Going underneath, Gibbs has it. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Deep to return is Kevontae Turpin. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only run the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 2nd and 1. Over the middle, complete. That's Alexander. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he is caught. And he is going to have the Jets first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
They'll look to throw again. He finds Wilson. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half.
Another Jets.
And he spikes it to stop the clock, and now if they choose, he'll have a chance at maybe a long field goal try here just before the break.
54-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports halftime report.
Our trip through the NFL starts now. We begin at MetLife Stadium. The Giants at home to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this is the former UCLA Bruin, Zach Charbonnet. He's going to take this one in 11 yards on the touchdown run. The Giants get their 6th victory as this win moves them to 6-2 on the season. Next, let's go to Landover, Maryland, just outside the nation's capital, looking in on the Commanders as they host the Cincinnati Bengals. and it's Jaden Daniels. He connects. It's a 16-yard touchdown. The Commanders with a 14-10 lead at the half. One more to tell you about. We go to Jacksonville, the Jags hosting the New England Patriots. And it's Brian Thomas Jr. He's going to pull this one in, and then he sets his sights towards the end zone. It's a 59-yard touchdown. This one's gone to halftime with the Jaguars on top in this one at halftime. A look now at the rest of the scores around the NFL as we reach the halfway point of the regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think they get back in balance. It'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
2nd and 3. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give a little bit of confidence the big plays are out there.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6. Is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The New York set to take the field. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And Wilson with it, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A give running right is Hall. He juked him. Still going inside the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns.
This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Parker. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave them up. That's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
2nd and 7.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Finds Gibbs on a check down. And he's going to lose yardage here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of first. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 23. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
The Jets offense and Breece Hall headed out onto the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Jets 1st down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
Going right back to Wilson.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10, as they've got things rolling on this drive.
And the Jets 1st and 10.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
On the draw, it's Hall.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Hall again.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Alexander.
And the Jets are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
First and goal, New York.
That's a letdown defensively because they had him stacked up third and long, and you know their thought process had to be just make the tackle in front of the sticks and force the 3. Instead, they allowed him room to run, and now they're facing first and goal, looking to regroup.
They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Abdul Carter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. From the 15 now after the sack. It's third and goal. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
Chase McLaughlin on for the field goal. A 23-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Second and 3.
Second down, they go back to Gibbs.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now here on EA Sports. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. They'll set up to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.